Hi! So today I'm going to be talking about ADHD/ADD and what it's like to grow up undiagnosed with ADD/ADHD. Attention deficit disorder, that's ADD. And then there's attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So ADD is more of the mental stuff, and then ADHD is the mental stuff plus the physical things that are happening to your body. So my scenario is that I grew up with undiagnosed ADD and then a minor case of ADHD, because I do have hyperactivity, but it is not nearly as severe as what my ADD is. It can only be described as difficult, frustrating, complicated, because when everyone surrounding you seems to so easily pass through school and pass through jobs that require you to focus, and you cannot, it is very frustrating. I have anxiety and OCD and other things too, but I don't need to get into that because I feel like the anxiety and the OCD are completely intertwined. And actually so is depression. Because a lot of the times what they're finding is that girls are less likely to be diagnosed with ADHD than boys at a young age, because with boys, a lot of the time, ADHD tends to present itself in a much more obvious way. So boys with ADHD will tend to be a lot messier, and a lot is actually going on that is showing itself in school and showing itself in all of these activities. But for girls, a lot of the time, girls feel the need to hide this type of activity and hide how they are and hide what's going on in their brain, because that's so difficult for people to understand, because girls are taught that you need to be perfect, which is obviously not something that can happen at all. Girls don't end up getting diagnosed until later on in their life, or completely are undiagnosed, and then struggle through school their whole entire life, not knowing that there's actually a reason for all of the struggle that goes through getting to sit down and focus on work. I am on medication for my ADHD, but, I'm on medication for my ADHD, but it doesn't fully, get rid of my, attention problems. When I take my medication for my ADHD, I go from a completely unreasonable side of attention to something that is of normal procrastination and attention for anyone my age. It's not like I'm going to all of a sudden be able to get through my work in 15 minutes, because I can't do that, and neither can anyone else who I know. Just the problem is, girls who get diagnosed so late because they don't manifest their symptoms, which is a lot of the time what happens, and it turns into internalized depression and anxiety, because girls, since they are not showing these symptoms as easily as boys are at a young age, they feel that it is just them being stupid or wrong, because they cannot fully understand why everything seems to be so difficult, why they can't seem to get their life together, or organize themselves, or get higher than a B in school. And some people still do. And that's amazing, because a lot of girls are not diagnosed for most of their life, or not diagnosed at all. And some people believe that ADHD is not real. That's cool. I personally firsthand experience it on a daily basis. I lose everything that I own. I can't keep track of anything, and I can't stay on one conversation. I can't learn things while other things are happening around me. For example, in band the other day, I was trying to learn chord progression, and another kid was playing all sorts of stuff on the other side, loud on his amp, and then other people were talking and everyone was standing around me, and that is a combination between my anxiety and my ADD, because I can't focus, and then I get anxious because I know that it's wrong that I can't focus. Girls are supposed to be organized and have all of their shit together, but it's in reality, that's not like that for everyone. And there's other things that affect that. So for example, my ADHD, when I'm sitting in class and can't sit still, manifests into my OCD because I can't stop picking at my fingers because I am so bored and just like my mind is doing all sorts of things. The extent of conflict that goes on in your brain as someone with ADHD or ADD, it's like, oh man, like I really can't focus on one thing. Your brain is constantly in different areas. Like it just doesn't stay. So sometimes, little do you know, when I'm filming videos, I cut out large chunks of time where I just like stared off at a wall. I'll probably said it in one video. Like I will like stare off at a wall or like do something on the floor or like get very distracted and you'll see it. Sometimes I cut it out though because I don't feel the need to have you staring at me for 15 minutes while I just do something else that I forgot that I was filming a video because my mind just wandered away from me somewhere where I couldn't catch it fast enough. So I think it's a problem. But not everyone has ADD and ADHD, so it's like, I don't know what to say because I can't be like, check to make sure you do. But it's like, if there's a real problem and you can't figure it out and you're trying to hide everything, you're not alone, okay? We're forced to feel like we don't have anything wrong because that's what we're forced to feel in our day and age. We're forced to not feel sad and we're forced to not feel anxious or unorganized or like we can't focus or do anything right in school because we punish ourselves more than other people punish us. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Tell me about your experience with ADHD. Have you been diagnosed? How late did you get diagnosed? I actually want to know because I'm very curious because my roommate in Chicago, I shared a article on Facebook and it was like girls with ADHD are leading to a generation of lost women because girls are often internalizing, and she was like, this is so true for me and I want to know your experience. So please comment your experience because I really actually want to know. Follow me on my social media. I post on that. So I'm almost at 100 subscribers. I've got 95. So yeah, I don't know how to end it every single time.